U.S. President Donald Trump says peace talks to end the war in Ukraine are moving closer to a possible breakthrough. Now, this comes as American and Russian officials prepare for a new round of talks in Miami this weekend. Our Seung-jae has more.
U.S. President Donald Trump says talks aimed at ending the war in Ukraine are moving closer to a possible breakthrough as American, Russian, and Ukrainian officials prepare for a new round of diplomatic contacts this weekend. Speaking on Thursday, President Trump said negotiations are getting close to something ahead of a planned meeting in the United States involving Russian officials.
Well, they're getting close to something, but I hope Ukraine moves quickly. I hope Ukraine moves quickly because Russia's there. And, every time they take too much time, then Russia changes their mind.
According to a U.S. official, a Kremlin envoy will travel to Florida to discuss Washington's proposal, part of an intensifying diplomatic push by the Trump administration to broker a deal. The official said Kirill Dmitriev, who heads Russia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, is scheduled to meet Saturday in Miami with President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff, as well as Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner. Witkoff and Kushner are expected to meet Dmitriev following earlier discussions this week in Berlin with Ukrainian and European officials. Those talks focused on U.S. security guarantees for Kyiv, possible territorial concessions, and other elements of the American-authored framework aimed at ending the conflict. Asked about the Miami meeting, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said on Thursday that Moscow is preparing for contacts with the U.S. to hear the results of the Berlin discussions, but declined to provide further details. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky struck a more skeptical tone. In an address on Wednesday, he said Russia is preparing the coming year as a year of war, despite ongoing U.S.-brokered peace efforts. Zelensky pointed to comments made by Russian President Vladimir Putin earlier in the week, saying they sent clear signals of Moscow's aggressive intent. Zelensky also highlighted an upcoming summit in Brussels, where European leaders are expected to discuss the possible use of roughly $250 billion in frozen Russian assets to support Ukraine. He said the outcome of those talks must ensure that Russia understands continuing the war next year makes no sense, adding that Europe's decision will be critical to sustaining Ukraine's defense and shaping the path forward. Seung-jae, ArirangNews.